Hi.
Hi, Amarat. Jenny. Supported fish pose to begin practice today. If you know this pose and how you like to practice it, come on in. You can use 2 blocks. I'll show just, I always include the most gentle version of things. I have my blanket, I have the soft rolled edge that's maybe a 1/2 inch thick when it's compressed. So you can roll that up a bit. We're gonna put this behind our upper back. So just know yourself, start small. And you're going to lower yourself. So I'm gonna put it on your mat. I just have it sideways so you can see. Using an even seat, like we're getting ready to come to boat pose, to carefully lower to your elbows. And then lower your upper back or your mid back on that support. How does it feel? Do you want to come up and change anything? We get that immediate feedback, like maybe I can work with this. Settling pelvis, right? Centered spine. It can be nice to add outward, upward arms. Move your support, or just find a way to arrange arms comfortably. Coming out of the shape, you can do a rock up, cross legs rock up, or off to one side if you need to change. Please find a comfortable way to practice this pose. And gently allowing your throat to open. Throat center. So fish pose, if you think about it, is this pretty deep opening of the heart. Let your throat have some space. We're holding ourselves here in a couple of really pranic positions. So high energy, exciting, can be a little strong. We want to balance it with nice, steady breathing, deep exhales, and grounding ourselves. Notice the earth. So we're gently awakening energy. Resting here with the heart center, letting it radiate out to each arm, finding that line of the heart center. Perhaps breathing there and the associated feelings noticed. Just sensing that physical space. Let that continue for another breath. Do an all over scan for softening. Maybe an invitation to change your legs if you'd like to open to the sides, adding an even more chronic shape, knees out, feet together. So we're opening throat, heart, and the inner legs. But only if that isn't too strong. Do something else. Knees knocking together, feet wide is fine. Let the exhales ground the breath down into the low belly. Part of our practice can be getting the center of gravity below the shoulders again. We tend to live in our heads. Letting the breath move in the belly and finding that little tone in the just lowest part, this little band of muscles, the base of the belly. And for a few moments, let's come above the shoulders to the throat and just have that space be gently open, maybe swallow so it feels clear and soft. Add the downward center eyes. So the gaze can be part of grounding. We have groundedness in the exhales, the belly center, down the nose gaze. And let the inhales fly a few more rounds. Be present with this work. Finding the Ujjayi ocean breath. Stretch out, gentle sound through the nose. We allow this position that opens our breathing spaces one more time to slowly breathe, to enjoy that space and freedom. The breath naturally likes the front of the body. Let it just go all through it. And exhale, find your ground, nose down, gaze sinking into the belly center. Contracting the root, the mula, and then bringing your knees together. Carefully come to your feet for a moment. Lift and lower your pelvis just to resettle and let that have some freedom. Consider coming out of this pose. You may like seated fish pose. Take your buttock flesh with your fingers. Press your elbows and lift up. You can tuck your chin or catch your shins rock. And come up and we'll shift to a forward fold. Nice and easy in style, so don't make any effort with your legs or anything. Just come forward slowly. Nice here, maybe to bring your arms behind your legs to support the bend in the knees. Just let yourself relax forward, letting this be a connective tissue, stilling, quieting place coming together. You feel the energy shift. We've gone all the way in the opposite direction into Apana. Apana matches the downward energy of the out breath. It's quieter. Just has its own quality and its own balance to the prana. Soften anything you can, hands, face, feet. Maybe gently observe where you feel sensation, loving awareness, compassionate choices throughout the practice. And in this place, we're closing out the front body. So let's breathe one more time. Inhale deeply, go into your back and sides. Go up with your breath. Exhale when you're ready. Bring your hands to the earth and carefully support coming up to your seated position. Maybe sitting on that blanket prop if you would like. A moment to check in with your auspicious seated pose, just finding that tall spine, crossed legs, non-forced. Rest your hands. Find waves of breath. Eyes can be slightly opened or closed with the same centered gazing. So if you get distracted, if you get pulled away, just gently come back. Keep coming back to this meditative state. Check in with shoulders resting on ribs, resting hands. Letting the breath flow one more time. Oh. Openness to loving kindness. And coming around to your tabletop position, please. So If you'd like to continue from where you are, you can tuck your feet in really close. You want to consolidate yourself here. And spread your hands, downward dog, upward dog, ready hands. Rolling carefully over your ankles and to your knees, and you can bring your legs back. Work with that if you're interested. Don't worry about it if you're not. And take a moment to settle in, to cushion under your knees if you would like. Do a little movement side to side to start, just a little flowing energy, maybe a little infinity sign or circling. That flowing freely, not too fast. Or slow down and go once or twice more around. Just observe what feels nice here. And pull into cat spine, round, round, tuck chin. Breathe. One more breath. Keep your cat spine going back towards your heels. Stop at any point. Going into our first child's pose. Arms reaching off a little bit to the right side. Bring down your head. Side reaching child's pose. Do you need to reset your knees? Stuff like that is important. Go ahead and take care of refinements once you get into a shape. Check in, and then once you let your body know that you're safe and good, be with it. Breathe. Iconic, right? Just noticing the energy of each form. You don't have to think about it, but your body will be in the state. Follow inhale back to a tabletop of comfort. Maybe knees and hands a little wider than usual. If you'd like to try that, and then that idea of circle or just flowing energy a bit the other direction. Grounding the limbs as we go around. Noticing where you might feel some resistance in your body and just gently explore. One more time, creating that little uplift in the belly is nice. And then we'll come to the cat spine again, round, press your hands, breathe in. Breathe out, side reaching child's pose, second side. Nice and easy. First side bend of the practice, not too strong. Exhale for 4. Have you settled into your full expression for today? One more breath. Follow the inhale. Back to your tabletop. Settle for a moment. Right leg straight back, tuck your toes. Just the lower leg stretch. Little plank pose work. Find your bulldog, upper body, little bend in the elbows, chest and back broad. Navel lifting towards the spine. Bring all that together. One more breath. Relax, release. Other side, 5 breaths. Reach back through the heel. Little bulldog work with the arms. Elbows out a little bit. Long in the neck. 4, strong breathing, strong pose. And release. Rise up to kneeling for a moment. Find your balance, ground your feet. Mountain pose on the knees. Do your little mountain peak fingers. Gaze down. Notice rib cage here. Are you lifting yourself into a back bend? Tuck the front ribs underneath. So the back ribs lift equally. One more breath. and release. Making your way to the feet, maybe through the downward dog. And spreading hands. Again, having a little freedom of movement, some circling or side to side. Finding center gradually, letting your head gradually come down, looking back. Pull yourself out of your hands with your belly strength. Lift it up and feel that. Take the weight, take the work. And it goes back into your legs in this pose as much as you can. So you could almost just stand up from where you are. One more breath. I know it seems kind of impossible when I say that. Let's make it a little easier on ourselves by letting our knees bend, stepping forward a step with each foot, walking back the hands, and pressing the feet to stand up. Use your body wisely. Mountain pose, top of the mat. Arrive, feet mountain now. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands. Tuck those front ribs down, lift the back. Maybe lift the plane of your face. It's good to be able to reach up into the air. One more breath. And exhale, coming on down. Step feet easy wide. So I mean, a little turnout, a little width, a little space. You just have an easier foundation. Coming over to your right side, wrap your left arm around the front of your waist. And the right arm, internal shoulder tucks behind the back. Move to rotation, bring your belly, your heart center, your throat center, and your third eye to look back to any degree. Gently with the gazing, just the right amount with the body. One more time. Release. So do this one anytime. Don't even need a mat for this one. Remember, let your belly go with the twisting. So that part of your spine can rotate, whole spine rotation. Settle your arms into your body. Settle your eyes, soften downward. Little side. Two more breaths. Allowing yourself to feel complete as you breathe out. Letting go. I believe that is especially good for the fall season energy, by crossing things off the list. And find center. Notice your prana, your energy. Inhale, reach to the sky, sun salutation, first position. Exhale, reach to the earth, second position. Tilt forward, knees bend as needed, head down. Third position, halfway lift, look forward, shifting. Maybe preparing the hands. Exhale, going back to plank pose or the chaturanga if you want to come to your knees and hug your elbows in. Just one breath and then come out of it into upward dog. Use your feet to adjust where your knees are so you have plenty of space to stretch your belly, gaze down. Please keep breathing. Let's stay pranic, right? So downward gaze, deep exhales. One more time. And slowly through tabletop back to puppy pose here. You letting the hands turn over and relax. Head down. And just to clarify, stay in your puppy pose, please. Prana with a capital P-E is the prana that is the vital energy of the body. It's like our chi, our life force. There's also lowercase prana, and it matches apana in the body, in and breath out, breath, back, bend, forward. two qualities of forwardness and back, up and down. So try to clarify when I use prana in different ways. One more time, breathe deeply in your puppy pose. Pull the weight back into the legs and the feet. Come up, step forward to halfway lift. Fold forward to the halfway folded pose. And then inhale to stand. Go slowly, maybe keep your gaze down. And exhale, release. Inhale, prana. Exhale, apana. Again, breathe in, reach up. Slow breaths, plenty of time to get where you're going. No need to rush these poses. Try to match the movement with your breathing. Maybe a 5 count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arrive. Flip your feet, upward facing dog, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we stay here, breathe deeply, lengthen the spine. Open hands, press the earth, grounding hands and feet. Heels reach down, even if the knees are bent. One more time, breathe deeply. This time, shift forward to plank pose. Keep your hips high, step forward. Exhale, fold forward, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to stand, press the feet, rise and reach. Exhale, arms down. That was informative, the slow breath counting. Let's try that without the counting, but it's internal. Prepare. Breathe out. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Mix up the step back of your legs if you haven't been. The other way back. Arrive in your plank of choice. Slowly to the upward dog shape. Tension in the low back. Tail tuck energy as needed. Back to the downward dog. Set the hands on your way. You can look at them on your way in. And then let's all try, this is interesting, to bend your knees pretty deeply in downward facing dog. Let your tailbone lengthen up towards the sky, heart towards the earth, head down. Try to add the reaching heels. Four. And then let your legs strengthen out to their own usual degree. Be so compassionate with whatever that is. And come forward as you like. You can do a jump this time if you want, or just light legs. Pull forward, breathe in, breathe out. Standing up. Hopefully all these a little less resistance than the first time. And exhale down. Full breath in, full breath out. Bend your knees, turn to the right side of your mat, please. Find the center-ish. Step both feet out towards the corners of your mat and we'll do this side to side. Going into your right leg, knee towards the toes, pressing off to center and over to the other side. So wherever your hands feel supportive, you can reach out and tap if you want to. Spine is long. Adjust if needed the angle of your knees and feet. Have a dynamic press off. 2 more rounds. Come all the way to center. Squeeze your glutes a little bit to fully arrive in upward stance. 1 more time. And then come to the first side for a hold of choice. Where you are. You get lower, you can do your fancy stuff. Strengthening one leg, lengthening the other. Okay, up all the way to center, glute squeeze, all the way tall. Over to the other side, guide your knee just the right amount. The spine is long, neck neutral. One more time, breathe deeply. Press, squeeze, center, relax your arms. Please come to wide parallel feet, prasarita. Root to the big toes, say hello. Maybe lift your other toes, and just leave the roots. Okay. Roots grounding. Leave your fingers, press forward gently. Press upward gently. Release to the back of your body and your interlace same way. Drawing down gently. Your chin towards your chest. To your own degree. With the plane of your face, gaze down your nose, and stretch the muscles around the front of your neck. One more breath. And release. The goal of the prasarita is to strengthen the legs, so just let that continue as we do this the other way. Interlace, press forward. Slowly up, let your elbows bend, lift the back ribs, press up. Release the arms behind your back. Find that same weave, different weave. Draw down with the arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. And we'll do the next side to side here. So right ear, right shoulder. You can move your arms off a little to the other direction if it feels good. Knees a little soft, feet just spreading. One more breath on this side. Over the other way. Towards the shoulder gently, just letting gravity create some space there, and use your arms to draw down the shoulder, maybe a little over towards the opposite side. Meditation in the mind. Can you still it? Awareness in the body, steadiness in the breath. Ease back to center, release. Breathe in, tall spine, hands to the thighs. Breathe out, pelvis forward, even bend your knees. So the first position here is to come out, especially if you get dizzy coming up or if your legs are tight, whatever it is, you can stay. If you like coming more forward, come to your ankles or big toes, elbows wide. 5 breaths, lengthen the spine. Each in-breath an opportunity to find space. And the out-breath to relax into it. Once more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale there, tone your tummy. And then inhale the rest of the way up. Check it out. If that was a long hold, just have a moment to shake it out a little bit. Exhale, settle. Step back left leg to the high lunge. Follow the foot. learning to land into this shape. Bend and straighten. Arms wherever they are supported. Breathe. Pretty slow. 4, 5. Straighten. Let your back toes turn to the side of your mat. Warrior B. Reach the arms. Straighten and bend 5 times. So 1, bend, release. Turn your gaze to the front 2. Just moving that front knee in and out of the position. And 5. Settle on down, knee bending. Reverse the warrior. With the clean of your face. Gaze down. Part of the brain is keeping that knee centered over the ankle. And release. Lean and reach. Extended side angle. Bring that back foot in a little if you would like. Gather the fingers to keep the energy of the pose contained. One more breath. Release. And the last one, triangle, just with straight legs from where you are. If you need to angle the back foot differently, you may. So we're creating some triangular spaces with our bodies, and triangles are auspicious. Nice long neck. Feel the brightness of this pose. This is a belly center, pretty chronic pose. And then exhale, finish into the belly center, and then inhale up. Work your way to the top section of your mat, please, for the second side. Settle. Open eyes to a steady gazing point in front of you. Step back with your right foot to the high lunge. Bend and straighten 5 times. Straighten the front leg, turn the back toes to the side of your mat, grounding the heel down. Warrior B, knee bends out for 1. Reach your arms, reach your gaze. Straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5. Settle in. Reverse. Gaze down, shoulder down. Going into back bend extension. The neck stays long with the downward gaze. One more deep breath. And then into our side lengthening, out and out along the ear, gather fingers, shoulder draws back, close the tailbone area. Tucking that under can help you feel more spacious in your low back. Let go of any excess effort. Steadiness. One more breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg and come into extended triangle pose. Also aware in the low back in this pose, supporting that with the front body, strength in the low belly. That's below your breath, so the breath can still be really deep. One more time. Inhale, energy, come up. Step to the front section of your mat. Settle. Feel that energy flowing through face, long neck, earth. And practicing a balance the Shiva's twist standing. So you'll need to settle your eyes, possibly touch a wall or something for support. Lifting your foot. You can also leave your toes in the ground. Right leg up, string to the sky. Float up your arms, bend your elbows, and twist towards that bent knee as far as it feels good. And you can even bring the knee across your body. One of the dancers. Concentrate. One more breath. Release as you're ready. All of your attention here, present. Use your resources, your groundedness, your breathing, concentration. Second side. Shiva's twist. Just keep trying. Doing some part of the pose is always an option. One more breath. It's all about what's going on inside anyway. Let it be, let it go. Let's do a little hip circle both directions. Exhale, stillness. Coming to Uttanasana, feet hip distance apart for forward fold. Tilt. Go slowly. Find that extension out. Hands, if you'd like, to the roots of the big toes, the fingers on the same side. Or hold your elbows. Head down. Gently lengthen your legs. Patiently be and breathe where you are. One more time. Release your hands, bend your knees enough so that you can bring them to the earth and step back with your right leg and then your left. Lower into your belly, maybe through knees, chest, and chin. Or if you're already there, it's cool. I need practice with this one, so I'm going to do it. Okay, and then down. Into a gentle sphinx with the arms underneath. In front of you, just soft, easy, so you have a little lift up your chest. Feel that grounding to your low belly, front pelvis, fronts of the legs and feet, the knees. Legs a little wide, relax. Soft gazing, soft breathing. One more deep breath. Release. Right cheek to the floor or the arm or your blanket. Half frog pose if you want to, or just do the earth hug arms. Resting head to side. Keep your belly on the ground. Whatever allows you that connection with the earth and feels supportive to your body. The neck is gently lengthening here, the shoulders drawing down the back. You want the energy to be able to flow. Back to center for a moment. To seal pose, bring your arms out in front of you. You can start down in your belly, pull your hands towards you until you feel that similar kind of uplift of the chest. Feel those lower ribs, that space between the ribs. Breath. Gently energizing. And to the other side, the earth hug position of your choice, maybe with the half frog leg coming up beside you. Rest, be still. Just find that length in your neck. Breathe out one more time. Come back to center, gathering in your elbows, sitting out your hands to come up. Wide child's pose. Adding a rotation, you may have your hips up or back, means threading the needle. Again, the neck is long, so you press into the side of your skull. Don't let your neck go sideways. If it feels good to roll towards the back of your skull, pressing that hand into the earth some more, you may do so. Breathing one more time. Releasing from this side. Nice to add that opening out. One more breath. Bring the hand down to the earth. So we need this supporting hand to be really clever, really ready in this pose, right? It's foundational. We can reset it once we get our heads down. Come on in. We didn't take a lot of time the other side. So you're using that hand to lower yourself safely and slowly. And then there's a moment here once your head's grounded that you can refine. It's like your chaturanga hand. So it's very much in control here. Big toes come together, help you find yourself in space. Exhaling for 3. If you would like to further develop the rotation, maybe you've got a strong sensation already. Please honor your body, what it says. One more time, just the right amount. Resettle that hand here again if you need to, and bring your head back to the original position. Bend your elbow, press off, slowly open out into a twist. 5 breaths. And release slowly, come and sit down, please. Placing that blanket underneath your seat. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right leg forward, knee folded, left foot coming around, tall spine. Come on in if you know the poses and you have more time to work on them. Give space for your belly to twist, looking back, hand behind. Support your left leg. If it feels good to draw it inward, you may, or keep it resting out. Half lower to the fishes. One more slow breath. Centering right into Jani Shrusasana, so we can use the foundation, take the top leg out. If you need to move, you can. Check in with your folded knee as you come out. And drive back on the toes, the leg is active. Gently find your range of motion. And then walk your hands back, sitting tall, coming to the center of your mat. We'll do one boat pose here just to find a neutral center. So your feet can stay down. You can do the heart lift. That's one choice. Come on out if you know how to lean back and balance. Big toes together. Stretch it out. 5 breaths. Do your best. No harming. One more time. Breathe out. Bring down your feet. So when you have just one set, try to do your biggest version. Over to the other side. Half float of the fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Parallel spine rotation, hand behind. Make a choice about where this hip is going to be and take 5 slow breaths. Bring your neck in as part of this twist. Relaxing into the rotation. One more slow breath. Center. As you're ready, bring out your leg beside your bottom foot. Drive up the toes and head out over that straight leg to your own degree. And again, soften into the shape. Four, are you holding back at all? One more breath. Just letting a deep breath explore the space. Follow inhale, coming back up. And spinning the rest of our practice down on the ground. If you would like to add any clothing, have a sip of water, bring with your blanket. You can use it for a pillow or covering under your knees. And this boat pose is our lie down, straight legs lie down, which we have been practicing most classes. If you are doing this with me regularly, resist. So my intention is way out there. Just say a no to going back. Let your spine round, your chin tuck. Feel your belly strength with resisting, reaching the toes, and eventually come on back. Set your head in a comfortable position. We're gonna do a little set here. Walk in the feet one at a time. Take a moment to settle, maybe bridge up and lower, find your spine centered. Bring your knees to your chest. Keep your right knee, bring your left leg towards the sky, reach through the heel. 3 breaths. And change sides. One knee to chest, reach to the heel, leg towards the sky. 3, 2, and 1. 2 knees in. Next one, keep the right leg, bring your left foot down and maybe straighten that leg out along the earth, pointing the toes. The right knee goes away from your chest and in 3 times. Finding that to not be a very big movement. Be where you are with your exploration. And then changing sides. Do this one at a time. Let the other leg stretch out. And then knee away and close, away, close, away, and close. From here, no, back to knees to chest, please. All right, keep the right leg again, left leg up, toes point. Lower towards the ground to any degree and lift. Twice more. Little rock in the back of the body is okay. Don't go so low that you strain in your low back. All the way down. Stay off the floor and lift it up. Other side. Toes point, lower, lift, lower, lift. One more. Challenge the lower, really find where that is, that end of movement, and then come on back up. Last time, you suggest make it your own. Go into your happy baby or knees together. Where do you like to be? Start to soften. Bring your feet to the earth, please. And coming up to bridge, so it's okay to have a little bit of head support. If you have a big pillow, bring that out. Coming on up to a sustainable bridge. Get your shoulders underneath you one at a time, reaching for your heels, or just rounding your hands. Let your throat have a little space. 4 more breaths. Use the earth. Press into it. Last one. Bring your spine down. Gradually tucking the tail under a little bit to settle the low back. Bring out your arms by your sides and do some windshield wipers slowly. You can turn your hands downwards to help ground you. Make more stability. Head can rock side to side as well. Settle into center. Let your knees come together and your feet go a little wide for a moment. Consider your upside down pose for today. Legs up the wall. Knees bent on a piece of furniture. Up in the air, shoulders stand. I'm going to keep the light head support and do the legs in the air today, just to lead one of those choices. Let your big toes find each other. Hands can support on the thighs. It's okay if your knees bent. If you have major shaking going on, bend your knees more. As long as your feet are above your heart. Calming, finishing, emptying breaths. Seven, going for 10. Gradually releasing from your inversion of choice. Coming to any sort of counter movement, maybe a twist to each side. Be a nice way of neutralizing and finding our center again. Make your own twist. Knees or knee one way, head other way. Chest opening. Full body. One more breath. Lengthen out the connections in the upper and lower body. Slow shift, other side. Doesn't have to look the same. Let it feel good on this side. With an exhale, come slowly back to center, resettling once more and into resting pose. So do what you need to do here to support your comfort. If there's not a way for you to rest comfortably on your back, rest on your side or your belly. It's okay. Just find a place where you can be at peace. So that's why we start with the checking in, scanning the body, make sure everything feels pretty comfortable. If you need something, take care of it. Try to nudge any stuff out of your way so your limbs feel free. Settled in the center of your skull. Imagine your muscles relaxing so your skeleton can rest. Without the muscles, the skeleton can't move. Rest your bones. Making sure to release any holding in the bandhas so the pelvic floor is relaxed. It may be helpful to try engaging it and then relaxing it. Belly completely free. Hands resting from the 10,000 things they do every day. A little side to side breathing as an option, not disturbing your rest, but just letting the breath find that flow from one side to the other, back and forth. Now the breath both sides, starting to gently and slowly lengthen out, balancing the brightness of inhale with the calmness of exhale. Observing the nose, see if one side feels more open than the other in this moment. And have the option to roll to that side as you transition from your back body. Take your time with this. Move gradually. If you like to rock up and sit, you may do that as an option. You may also stay and rest on your side for a few breaths, just observing the channels of the breath. Gently bringing light back to your eyes and awareness. Be present with these sensations. And getting off your back is a project from here.
So getting that top hand to the earth in that power position, like in threading the needle, then you can get yourself over your shoulder and come up to your other hand.
Sit in an easy way for a moment. Feel complete. Gently observe your body, your breath, quality of your energy. Hands come to loose fists and stack into the center of the body, symbolizing reserves of calm energy. Let them rest into each other. Feel the warmth and energy of the palms, the fingers, the cleverness. Breathe deeply in. With gratitude.